If your girl only knew your love is a 1 in a million, it goes on and on and on. You give me a really good feeling all day long. Hey, what's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Nikki, and for those of you who do know me, thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial. It is going to be on this look right here. This is my brown cut crease with glitter liner. I actually added the glitter last minute. It was supposed to be it was actually supposed to be a brown smoky eye, then it turned into a brown cut crease, and then I decided last minute to add glitter. But anywho, that's what this tutorial is on today. And I did change the lip at the last minute. I covered my lip in MAC's Instigator, which is a dark it's a dark vampy purple color. It's like this. As you can see, it's kind of mixed in colors because I used the Hard Candy's Foxglove brown color, and I just kind of mix it to make this like really mauvey purple color because I thought it looked much better than the ombre lip that I was trying to do. So I ended up doing that instead. Alright, you guys feeling this Olay shirt? I really like it. I got this top from Fashion Nova, hence the little Olay promptu at the beginning. I definitely was a fan and still am a fan of Aaliyah's music. Even though she is not here with us today, her music shall live on forever in our hearts. And those are some of my favorite Aaliyah jams. That's just me, you know, just expressing myself and how much I love Aaliyah. So I just want to go ahead and say this for anybody that thinks that that was trying to be funny. It was not meant to be that at all or disrespectful in any type of way. Those are just some of my favorite, not even all, some of my favorite Aaliyah jams. Just had to go ahead and let you guys know, because I know some people can be real shady down in the comments and say, you don't, whatever. We're not even really about to get into that, because this channel is all about positivity. So we're just gonna keep moving forward, keep pushing, and just not even address, you know, the negative or the haters. So anywho, comment down below what was your favorite what was your favorite Aaliyah bop. I love like literally all of her music. I cannot pick a favorite song. Like if I had to choose though, gun to my head, if I had to choose, I would say Rock the Boat. Rock the Boat is like one of my favorite. But yeah, this is just my way of just honoring one of my favorite singers who has passed on and who is now an angel watching over all of us, and we miss her so much. And even though I never got to meet Aaliyah personally, I still felt so close to her through her music, and she just had such a humble spirit. So yeah, anywho, we're gonna keep going. I don't want to ramble. I don't want this intro to be super duper long. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I got this look, then of course continue to watch. Hey, what's up you guys? Let's go ahead and get started. So first, to cancel out any dark spots or redness, I'm taking this Makeup Revolution concealer, and it's in the shade C12. And I like this concealer because it is a very thick consistency, and when you blend it out, it doesn't like fade away. It keeps everything nice and covered. So I'm just using this concealer to cancel out any dark spots that I have. Now, I just recently started doing it this way. Normally I'll use like an orange concealer to cancel out, but I didn't want to look really orange tonight, so I decided to opt for a concealer instead versus using an orange concealer. So I'm just blending that out. Next, I'm gonna go in, if I can get it out. I'm taking the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and I'm using the shade Mocha, and I'm just gonna apply this all over my face. I'm almost out of this foundation, so I do need to stock up on more. I do really love this foundation. It gives me like a nice skin-like finish. It can be dewy, you know, if you choose not to set it and just dust a little powder on there, it can give you like a dewy, but the coverage is great. It's very lightweight. And this foundation, I keep wanting to say concealer. This foundation was the foundation I was using like all summer of last year, and it's just a great foundation for summer and when it's really hot. So that's when I really use it more, and it's so easy to blend. Look at that coverage, y'all. Next, I'm going to keep it in the Too Faced family, and I'm going to use the Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer, and this is in the shade Sand. And I'm using this concealer to highlight. This concealer is bomb.com. I love it so much. So I'm just going to apply it in all the areas that I highlight, and I'm going to blend it out with my Real Technique sponge. I love this concealer so much. It was at a point where I was using this concealer every single day, and then I decided to just change it up a little bit, and now I'm back to this concealer. Alrighty, now that's blended out, I'm going to set that concealer, and I'm using the Makeup Revolution Luxury Baking Powder, and I'm using the shade Terracotta. This is the reason I'm using a brush, because Terracotta is more of like an orangey. It's more of like for deeper skin tones. If you have a lighter skin tone, you definitely can use this powder, because I'm using it, but I'm using a brush because I don't want to powder too much of it and then look orange where I'm supposed to look nice and light and highlighted. So I'm using this to set, and I'm just going to work with it, and I'm also going to apply some powder so everything just kind of balances itself out. So I'm putting that everywhere I highlighted, and I'm also putting a little bit extra on my smile lines because I don't want to have wrinkles on my face. I smile and laugh a lot, so I didn't want to have too many wrinkles. Now I'm just going in with my MAC Studio Fix Powder in the shade NC50, and I'm just dusting this all over my face to set my foundation and to make sure everything is locked into place and good to go. Flawless finish, y'all. Next, I'm going to contour using my Black Radiance Pressed Powder in the shade Mahognay. Rich Mahognay, you guys know this is my favorite powder to contour with. It's nothing new. I ain't switching sides. I love me some Black Radiance, y'all. But anywho, I'm just going to continue to contour. I'm doing a little bit of heavy contouring today because I really want to look snatched. I want this face to just be snatched. I want this fat face to suck in today. So I'm doing a little bit heavier contour than I normally do. But hey, you know, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Next, to contour my nose, I'm not using the Black Radiance because it's a little bit harsh for my nose. So I'm gonna go in with this Ruby Kisses mineral powder, and this is in the shade Chestnut. And I purchased this at my local beauty supply store. I thought it would go for a face powder. It turned out to be a little bit too dark to use as a face powder. So I was like, I could use this to contour my nose. It's not too deep, and it, you know, it makes my nose look nice and snatched without looking too harsh. So use it for my nose. Now I'm going in, this is my extra step that I like to do. You don't have to do this. My NYX Stay Matte Not Flat powder, and I always go under just to brighten my eyes a little more and bring some color back. Alright, next I'm going in with this Wet n Wild eyeshadow palette. It's Rose in the Air. I think it's Rose in the Air or Rose in the Air. And I'm taking that orangey shade, and I'm just using that as a blush because I don't want to use a pink blush because I'm going for like a brown, keeping it in a brown family. And for highlight, my Makeup Revolution's Golden Lights highlighter. I'm using that to highlight. Not doing too much highlighting, just enough to give me a little glow. Alright, going back into that Wet n Wild palette, I'm going back into that orange shade, and I'm going to take that and pop that into my crease. I started to, but then I was like, let me apply a base. So I went in with that Makeup Revolution concealer, and I'm just applying that all over my lid so that I'll have a nice smooth base. So I'm just applying this all over my lid just to have a nice base, and then I'm gonna go back into that orange shade. It's like a burnt orange, and I'm gonna take that and I'm gonna pop that right in my crease. But first, I'm placing the color, as you can see me doing. I'm placing the color first and blending it so I can really get that full pigmented effect. So I'm just placing that color in, and then I'm going behind it and just kind of just blending everything right on out. Alright, you guys, so once I get that orange color blended out, I'm going to take this brown, and I was real heavy-handed with this. I'm taking that dark brown color. I used to use it for my brows, so that's why I hit pan on that color. But I'm taking that color, and I'm applying it right underneath the brown. If it gets on the lid, it's fine. We're going to cut the crease anyway, so I'm just going to take that and apply that all up under the orange color, and it got on my lid too, so I'm just popping it everywhere. Now I'm going back in with that orange color, and I'm just gonna blend out that brown because I got so heavy-handed, I did lose the brown, and I really want that orange. I really want you guys to see the transition, so I'm going back in to just really just kind of touch up that orange color. So I'm just blending that out. Alright, guys, so I fast forwarded through this part a little bit because I started using the Makeup Revolution concealer, and it was very thick and it was hard to move and work with. So I switched to the Too Faced Sand concealer that I used to highlight with, and that was a little bit more loose and more easy to work with and manage. So all I'm doing is really just cutting my crease and just kind of winging it out a little bit. So I did switch to a smaller brush as well, just to kind of get it nice and precise. So I'm just cutting my crease and just kind of just giving it a nice little wing effect. And I did the other eye off camera, but you just really want to just make sure you take your time with this so that it's to your liking. So I really like to take my time when I'm doing my cut creases. But anywho, I'm going in with this tan shade shadow that was in the palette as well to set the concealer, and also gonna go in with some Too Faced glitter. It's gold and it's called Tinsel. I'm gonna take some lash adhesive and I'm gonna apply it to my lash line and kind of wing it out a little bit. Now I'm just going in with that dark brown shade to just kind of make sure that line is really precise and, you know, to my liking. So I'm just going in as a touch-up. Alright, guys, so as I said, I added some glitter. I put the lash adhesive on, then put the glitter on, and then I put my lashes on top. But first, I went in and made sure everything was nice and cleaned up. For lashes, I used the LaFlare 3D Mink lashes. For lips, Heart Candy's Foxglove and MAC's Mudwrestler. And I did end up switching the lips, but this is pretty much the finished look, you guys. Alright, guys, so here's the finished look. I am really loving it. Like, I'm liking this look, you know. I'm kind of feeling it, you know. I'm really feeling it. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. I hope you're feeling it too. If you guys decide to recreate this look or do something similar, then you know the drill. Tag me on all my social media. It'll be down in the description box below. And I forgot to mention this at the beginning, but if you are a new viewer and you are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell beside it so you never ever miss an upload from me. And I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.